So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And today we once again have another interesting video for you all. Now, overnight, ScottGames.com and also Scott's official Steam page has gone absolutely crazy, and it's revealed a lot of important information in regards to Scott's future projects and what all of these small animatronics mean on ScottGames.com.
If you didn't know already, Scott has actually updated the Steam website for Five Nights at Freddy's 4, basically announcing a new game called FNAF World.
Yes, now this is really interesting, and I think it's something we really didn't see coming, to be honest. I was expecting maybe another Five Nights at Freddy's game with the background coming lighter and things like that. It all seemed to feel like it was going to be another Five Nights at Freddy's game, and I suppose it is in some retrospects, but in the longer run, it may actually be a totally different playing experience to the Five Nights at Freddy's we so far know and love.
Definitely, so let's just quickly go into what Scott actually said. He pretty much has cemented the facts that there will not be a Five Nights at Freddy's 5, and that the Halloween update game will definitely not add to it. And basically what Scott is saying is that all these characters that we are seeing are going to be part of a new game called FNAF World, which is going to be an RPG non-horror game.
This is a bit of a strange turn. I mean, it may actually work really well. We're not 100% sure, of course. No one can properly depict what's actually going to happen with this game, but so far it seems very unusual, and I think quite a lot of people, though, are actually digging the concept of an RPG-based Five Nights at Freddy's game. We will have another video coming very soon where we talk in depth about how we personally feel about all of the different announcements, but for this video we're going to keep it mostly situated around the concept of just what news has really burst through the seams as of recent, and just updating you guys as a whole. But I do want to say one quick thing. I think these small guys appearing on ScottGames.com alongside the new animatronic builds, it was really hard for anyone to really decipher what was going on here. It just felt like a new Five Nights at Freddy's game, didn't it?
A lot of people are thinking that maybe, obviously he's catering to the kids side of his fan base, because mainly it is a lot of kids that enjoy the game, and that's very true. We know that Scott obviously likes to, well, he makes a game like every 2 months or so, but this game is actually, he doesn't even know when it's going to have a release date, so that goes to show how hard he's actually going to be working on this game. I mean, in the past we know he's had some great modeling things in like the Desolate Hope and stuff like that, so all we can do is hope for the best, and we hope that it works out for Scott, definitely.
Of course, we know Scott is a very smart man, and I don't think he'd be doing this if he didn't feel like it was going to work. And as you've said before, a lot of people seem to enjoy games like A Desolate Hope, so we can really hope that maybe it's going to be a similar playing experience to something like that, because I think if it is, people will really enjoy that, and it may actually be a big payoff, and I suppose it will let the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise transition into another subgenre.
I think one more thing we just need to pick up on is that every character that's appearing on Scott Games, or every generation that's been involved in Five Nights at Freddy's, will be a playable character. Anyone basically saying that some of these may be enemies, it's going to be false, because he's actually remodeling, well, he's actually modeling new enemies into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you read it carefully, he actually states that we're going to be seeing pretty much the classic Withered, Toy Phantom, and Nightmare versions of these characters, and they're all going to be playable as some kind of huge selection of characters we can kind of make into this this party as such. He's referring to it as a party. Yeah, I don't think these guys will be the enemies, but it is interesting how he's actually going to go that way, and what's he going to really use as the enemies, because I don't know, I can't really imagine what it's going to use, and I think if he starts bringing in other things, I don't know if it'll confuse people, but I just think it may still have to relate to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise in some way.
Well, if it's going to relate to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, it's got to be something to do with the purple guy. Definitely.
Absolutely,
like,
I think those guys have got a big backstory with these characters, and having those as the enemies would probably be the best fit, I think. Yeah,
definitely. So actually moving over to ScottGames.com, he has added so many characters overnight. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got loads of tweets saying go check out Scott Games, and I looked, I was like, oh my god, what's happened here? What is Scott doing?
Big updates, and it's kind of weird how all of a sudden he's gone through this massive influx of updating a heck of a lot of these animatronics, and if we actually compare to the previous teasers as well, some of them have moved around, more particularly, it appears that the Fredbear character seems to be looming out from behind the Toy Bonnie character, and also we've got this JJ character who's actually leaning to the side a little bit more, so we can definitely see her in shot, and there's also a couple of new animatronics which have been added, which we didn't actually see in the teasers originally.
Yeah, so we have the Toy Chica on the right, and if we look between Chica and Toy Freddy, we can see Phantom Foxy, which it looks pretty awesome, and then we have Toy Bonnie and also Mangle as well on the left.
The Phantom Foxy really caught me off guard, because I had to double check through this image and just make sure that the Phantom animatronics didn't appear, and yeah, they didn't, so it's interesting that he's now choosing to incorporate these guys back into the mix, and it seems like he's adding the new characters, which maybe we may need to be a bit more vigilant when we're looking through this picture, because we may find more of these Phantom characters scattered around it.
So yeah, as we know, these new animatronics are replacing their old animatronic parts, and it just makes you think that once all of these Five Nights at Freddy's original characters are replaced, that's it. That's the last time we're ever going to see them, so it's kind of sad in a way.
It's kind of heart-wrenching in some ways because I think a lot of the community, they've really grown to know and love the Five Nights at Freddy's official generation of animatronics that we've seen.
Yeah.
And now that we've got these adventure characters coming in, they're literally a mirror image. They look so gentle and docile, and the other characters look so aggressive and angry. It's a big contrast, and it's kind of weird because it's kind of sapping some of the side of FNAF, which made it so interesting out of it. But it's giving us new things, and it's interesting to see where Scott's going to go with this one, but I'm going to hold my hopes up, I think.
So yeah, this actually kind of affects us in a way. We know what it is now, and we know what is going to be replaced. So what we need to ask you guys is, what would you like to see? Would you like to see us cover these new animatronics, or would you like us to maybe do something else?
Yeah, because it's a bit tricky with these new characters. We don't really know any backstory, and quite frankly, we don't really want to be misleading you guys, and it's quite difficult to make these detailed videos, because before we had a lot of speculative points on these guys, but now that we know that there's actually no kind of relationship between the Five Nights at Freddy's lore and story we know, the videos will be extremely short, and to be frank, guys, the short videos really aren't our style, because the lack of detail just kind of, well, for me and other Ryan, it makes the videos fairly pointless.
Yeah, I mean, our channel was pretty much based upon theories and, you know, going into excruciating detail of speculation and stuff like that, and the fact that it's kind of just been set aside and it's factual, it feels factual now, so there's no point in theorizing about it. So yeah, we're not sure what you guys want to see now, but be sure to let us know down below.
Absolutely, and if anything, it's going to give us a push to start our new series, which you guys will be seeing very soon.
Definitely.
And as a final point, guys, me and other Ryan have actually made a poll in the description down below. If you click that link, you can vote for if you are or aren't excited to see this new series, and it'd be interesting to see how many of you guys are looking forward to it, and how many of you guys are a bit concerned with where the series is going.
Definitely, and as Ryan said, our thoughts will be in a separate video to this one.
So there we have it, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this new announcement from ScottGames.com and also his official Steam page. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and be sure to comment down below any of your thoughts in relation to everything that's now happening with Scott Cawthon's latest game.
And if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating down below, and if you're new to our channel, why not subscribe for more interesting videos like this and also some gameplays.
So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. We do hope you did enjoy, and we'll of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?